FLASH. Welcome to my world. It's not Sid the Vidius, baby. It's Flash W for Counts Care. What's up? You are so beautiful to me. Can't you see? Oh, it's been a while since I sang at the beginning of a podcast. This podcast is being videoed. I'm doing a video, trying to change things up a little bit. Hi, everybody out there. Those of you listening, you can check out this live video podcast on my YouTube channel at Couns Care, COUNSCARE, all together. You could also do a search. And I have a lot of interesting videos on there. Some things make sense, some things don't, but I'm not doing these things to please everybody or anybody. I'm doing this as a form of expression, self-care. I just feel free and I come up with ideas and I lay out those ideas, and what it is, it is. With my podcast, I like to do things very raw. I mean, I could sit here and I could practice what I'm going to say, have it on paper, but I don't do that. See, when I'm working during the day, my life is so organized. There's chaos, mass confusion sometimes. And I love my job, but when I come home, I just want to relax. So instead of getting overly organized and shifting through papers and doing heavy research, I just turn on my equipment and I just go. And the result is what you hear. Every week on Fridays, there's a new episode. You could hear about my adventures. I actually travel to some places. I see different things through social media. My personal life, when I walk out the door, something stick with me and I just bring it up. And I talk about those things. And when I talk about these things, it's my perspective. My perspective is what I experience, is from based on what I see, it is about, how I process things and what it means for me. And it's not going to be the same for everyone. I'm totally open to that. But I was in a interesting spot last year when one of my first 5 episodes, I did something on body image. And I got into this mode where I wanted to be healthy. I said that I'm going to exercise. I found something that worked. I'm going to stick with it for about a week. I'm going to give myself a week, and I had my mindset on doing this. And I did, and I stopped. See, if you go back to my podcast, Exercise Tuesday, I talk about a process that I went through. In that process, I found something that was comfortable. No problem. I went for walks. I would fast walk. I would do pace walking. And there's even video footage of my routine that I did. You can check it out on YouTube, people. YouTube at Counts Care. So I did a video. I showed different things that I was doing. I showed myself actually walking. And I did that for one day. After I initially did it, I did that exercise routine for one day. Then I missed a day. I got a little bit lazy, but then I got back on board and I exercised again. I did a 30-minute workout. I walked around my neighborhood and I was doing different exercises, the exercises that you see in the video and stuff. And then another day went and I didn't do it. And then I didn't do it for another day. Then I ended up doing it again. I was my own worst enemy because in my head, I didn't want to do anything, but I would force myself to do it. Just do it. I thought about it after that week and I I used the words that a lot of people use. I failed. I felt like a failure. But in evaluating that, it wasn't a failure to me because I lived the fight again. There's other times that I can get back up and that I can try again. And I did try again, but the struggle to exercise was there. I struggled with my weight and I tried to eat healthy. And I feel like I'm lying to myself because, yes, I'm aware that I must eat healthy, but then I don't eat healthy. I get into this space where I'll eat some cake and then I say, oh, okay, I just eat some cake tonight and then I'm not going to eat anything tomorrow, any sugar tomorrow. And then I get carried away. I like the sugar. And then the next day come, there's something else sugary that's in the house, or I think about eating something. I think about going to the store, and then I get myself in a trap because then it's in my head. I start to have these urges, these cravings, and I end up eating things that I shouldn't be eating. And it's not just sugar, it's protein, it's carbs, even my water intake. I got to watch how much water I drink. I mean, everybody needs to drink water, but drinking too much water, yeah, that could be detrimental to mess with your sleep. And of course, if you don't get a lot of sleep, then it messes with your daily routine and your overall health. So there's a big old, it's like dominoes, you know? One thing's affected, it'll affect another. Since that podcast, I've had my ups and downs, my struggles. I've been in denial. I've tried to justify my behaviors, my attitude, and my weight fluctuates. It fluctuates between anywhere between three, I will say 3 and 10 pounds. When I see that I've lost about 10 pounds or so, my body stops. It feels like it gets tired and I'm in this lull. I cannot lose any more weight. I exercise, I eat, I it doesn't matter. I get to that point and I'm it's like a stalemate. I feel like nothing works in terms of losing weight. So I get frustrated and eventually I went back to eating unhealthy. And it's a cycle. Okay, I'm going to eat healthy. Then I'm going to exercise. Then I stop exercising. Then I start to eat unhealthy. And it's a big cycle. How many of you deal with this? Probably a majority of you, because I talk to many people about this, and it is a big struggle. Some people resort to surgery, different eating plans. People do keto, people fast. There's just so many different things. My body is different. I'm trying to figure out my body. I'm working with my doctor to figure out my body and what my body can take and can't take as it relates to my general health. Just recently, I started exercising again. I started eating better. I still fall into the trap of eating unhealthy. If there's something unhealthy in the house, sugar, or if there is, for example, a lot of chicken, something carby, I stay away from breads. I don't care for it too much, but I still struggle with that. Eating things that I shouldn't be eating sometimes. I'm still justifying, but I feel like there is more of a purpose that go into my thinking when I am deciding what I'm going to eat, what I'm not going to eat, when I'm going to eat, how I'm going to eat, even how much water I'm going to drink. And it's motivated me to a point where I am going to try it again, people. Yes, I am going to exercise for a week. I am going to do at least 30 minutes of exercise a day. It is what, Wednesday right now? I pre-record this. Episodes go out on Friday. So what I'm going to do, I've been working. I've been exercising for 3 or 4 days straight. I go for my walks, 30-minute walks. This is what I shared with everyone before on my podcast. Um what I do on my 30-minute walk, and it's a loop. So I leave from my house, I come back to my house, but I go in a circle, is that I do a gauntlet. And that gauntlet consists of a variety of exercises as I walk. Sometimes I would stop, I would do push-ups, sometimes I would go jog up and down on the curves, or I would be punching. Again, you can check out some of this footage on my YouTube channel at Couns. So I would do different things as I'm walking, fast walking. I monitor my breathing, inhale, exhale, breathing from a diaphragm. I still like doing that. I really like doing that because it's not just going to a gym and lifting weights. There's just something about that just gets to me. It just acts as a hindrance. I think part of this is when I was younger, I played a variety of different sports. I was a four-letter varsity athlete for 2 years, my junior senior year. I liked being physical. I played football, cross country, track and field, and football, cross country, track and field, soccer. Yes. Um, so I stayed busy, but with being in those sports, you have to work out, lifting weights, jogging, conditioning. It really, I believe it took a toll on my body. I came out of high school in good shape, and when I came out of college, yeah, yeah, my weight was compromised, and it started to blow up. And being with my wife, having kids, I mean, time just wasn't my friend when it came to my weight. So I found a routine that makes me feel comfortable so that I don't feel like I'm in a gym, that I feel that pressure of feel the pain, oh gosh, yeah, yeah, push that weight. I mean, I'm not into all that kind of stuff. Um, I mean, one day possibly, but no, I want to enjoy myself. So this gauntlet allows me to do a variety of different things. I do anything that comes into my mind. I work my upper body, I work my lower body. My upper body, I typically do push-ups at different points in my walk. My hand, I put my hands on the ground and I do push-ups on the ground. I do it off of benches. I do it off of railing. And I make sure that I put my chest all the way down and all the way up. And sometimes I don't. I'm just like, whatever. Let me just go ahead and do it the best I can. And I go in, out, in, out. I do 10 push-ups at least. So that's, for my arms and my chest, my upper body. I punch in the air. Sometimes I spread my arms out and I move my arms. I rotate my arms forward about 10, 20 times, or actually I go 30, 40, 50, depends on how I feel, and then I go backwards 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 times or so. And then I do lower body work. Of course, I'm walking, but at points as I'm walking, I do high knee action. So I would high knee up, up, up. Of course, you can't see this if you're listening to a podcast, but in track and field, we would do high knees, where we would walk and we would pick up our knees and then put our foot down, knees up, knees down, and we would rotate. I do some of that. In addition, I tighten my glutes, my butt muscles. Yes, I did say that, my butt muscles. And I squeeze my butt muscles. I work on my core, so I'm tucking in my stomach when I'm doing these exercises. And I am breathing. I'm doing upper body, lower body work, and I change up the exercises. I've been experimenting with that for a very long time. Even though I stopped doing it and I found excuses to stop, I don't know, there's something different. So, me in this podcast making this pledge to do a week of 30 minutes or more of exercising, I feel I can be successful this time. And I said before, I'm going to keep you updated on what happened. I felt so bad that it didn't work out. But this time, I am going to keep you updated a lot sooner. The next podcast, my goal is to give you an update, let you know what worked, what didn't work. I'm not a journaling kind of person. I'll keep some notes and kind of, see what that does for me in terms of my psyche, my comfort. My wife, she works out. When she eats healthy, I eat healthy. My diet, I try to stay away from unhealthy things. I've mentioned carbs. I try to stay away from bread. But if I was to get a burger, okay, that's bread. with the protein, you got the meat, the beef or the chicken. I do my best to eat the best way I can. And I gotta say that through this process, I've been forgiving myself. I have to forgive myself. I'm not gonna be perfect and eat healthy all the time. If I do eat unhealthy, I gotta take responsibility and I have to get back on board and eat healthy again and hope that I could make adjustments where the temptations or whatever happened that led to me eating or doing something unhealthy, try to learn from it and make adjustments. And that is so hard. I I'm this is it's not easy. It's really not easy. I'm preaching to the choir for a lot of people. And I'm just sharing my struggle. Is it possible to make better choices and decisions and be healthy? Yes, I do believe that it is possible, but it takes more energy than what people think. I work with a lot of people with substance abuse issues. when I work with these individuals, a lot of people think that, oh, I have it under control. It's no problem. I can stop anytime. Well, the problem is that they say that they can stop, but at some point they end up picking up the substance and using it again. They relapse. Relapse is a part of the overall process when you're talking about addiction or substance using behavior. We all they're always in a point where they go through denial and compromise. The same things that I'm talking about with food, I cannot help but to think of them similarly. I'm not going to say that it is exactly the same, but sometimes I feel like I have an addiction to food. I need it to live, hands down. Understandable. We all need food to live, but when your body and mind reacts to food when you hear or see it in a certain way, that's when things come into question. That's when exercise start to get compromised. It's like, okay, why should I exercise? Oh, I'm eating. So eating will help me lose weight. Then I'm not gonna exercise. It can't. But it does. But it can't work that way. There are certain things that is needed that we have to go through to live that healthy life, and that comes with making better choices and decisions. So similar to a person that struggles with addiction, they're in a place where at any given point, there's things that they see, hear, their senses interact with their environment in such a way where it makes for me losing weight difficult. It makes eating the right foods very, very difficult. And I have to be realistic about my issues. And I feel like I'm coming to grips with what's going on for my body. The reality is that I have issues, and I got to be more vigilant about what I eat and stay physically active. The great thing about this 30 workout 30 minutes a day is at my work. I like to walk with the students. I take the kids for a walk and we talk. It's a therapeutic walk where as they're walking, they're breathing, they're shifting the energy in their body in a different way. And it's not only helpful for them, but it's helpful for me because I get outdoors and I get to exercise. When I'm talking about working out 30 minutes a day, I am thinking when I get home, walking or working out, doing something for 30 minutes when I'm home. Um, I could count work, but see, that's a lazy way out. I think I'll count work, but my big goal is to work out when I get home at some point for 30 minutes. It would be a plus if I could work out at work, if I could go for a walk, go up and down stairs. I like going up and down stairs. In my workout, I do mostly lower body stuff. We have steep stairs in one of our buildings, so I like going up and down. And I gotta say, since I've been working out, my breathing have been better. So I'm thinking about endurance, putting some more speed behind my work. I have to share this with you. It's important for me to do this. And if you're struggling with your weight, eating, uh, exercising, I'd like to hear from you. I know I'm not alone. Um, but it makes me happy to be able to communicate this, to relate this. It's a part of my mental health and my quest to live a healthier lifestyle. I put the challenge out to myself. I put the challenge out to you. Um, I think I did. I've been doing this straight for 3-4 days, and I'm talking about a week. It is Wednesday, so next Wednesday I'm looking at and not ending it. I'm looking at continuing it, but to give an update on how it worked out. Again, keep your eye out for YouTube at Counts Care, COUNSCARE. And there's some other videos on there too. Um, I'll share one of them with you. Actually, I got to put some more out there tonight. I've been to Disneyland and Disney World, and going to an amusement park and walking around all day long for 12 plus hours. That is a hell of a workout in itself. So yeah, you get to take a look at some of the things that I've seen and done, but in taking those pictures and video footage, man, I tell you, it wore me out. My legs, my feet, um, enjoyed it. I so enjoyed it, but I got one hell of a workout out of that. Um, the next podcast, with my update, I like to talk about uh, different exercises, different activities that can be done to help you live healthier. What kind of foods? Take a look at my YouTube. I have one called Salad. Ugh. That I stumbled on that by accident, and I just had to show that. So check out Salad as well as some other stuff. I'm ready to take a shower, drink a little bit of water, which I shouldn't be doing because it is said that before bed, drinking water 2.5 to 3 hours before you go to bed is highly advisable so that the water can process through your body and that you don't have to stay up. So that doesn't affect your sleep. The older you get, though, um, the harder it is on your body. Your body is adjusting, so how the body takes in the water is different. Nobody wants to talk about getting older and some of the changes in appetite and all and different things. And I'm looking forward to having another podcast about youth and about not so youth. And I'm in the not so youth area. I'd say it with pride. I'm not tripping any. But everybody, take care of yourselves. Thank you for your time. And this is Flash W for Counts Care. Take care of yourself and each other. That sounds very. Where did I hear that? Jerry Springer. Bye, everybody. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. This is Flash W, host of Council.